I got into a relationship with someone that I thought was the most amazing person ever. Like, this is my perfect person. They talk about soulmates. This was him. Okay. So I, you know, started seeing him and he was perfect. He was everything that I ever wanted in a relationship. Like, seriously, he was amazing. And I wanted the relationship to work, and I didn't want to let go of something so amazing. Remember, he is like so amazing in everything I wanted. So I wanted it to work, and I ignored a lot of red flags. Like, people talk about red flags, but literally it was warning, warning, warning. And I was just like, don't see it, okay? Um, because again, I wanted it so bad. I wanted to be loved so bad. I really did. And I was a person I loved hard, but never myself. But I love, if I loved you, I loved you hard. If I rode for you, I rode hard, okay? That was me. And so I really just, how could I not want to be in this amazing relationship? And as time went on, little things would happen, but they would be small. It wasn't like big things. It wasn't like, after 3 months I got slapped in the face type thing. And I don't remember how long it was before things started to happen, but it'll be little things, like those little flags. Hello, I'm here. But the person is so amazing that you just kind of, okay, it's not a big deal. And after a while, it gets worse and worse until when it's bad, you're looking around going, what am I doing? What am I doing here? Seriously, like, what is this? What just happened? A lot of times after a physical altercation, I would literally be like, what just happened? I didn't even know what to say. The thought never crossed my mind to call the police when there would be physical altercations, because my goal was never to hurt him. I know people talk about, oh, if it happened to me, I would do this or I would do that. I never really thought about doing anything to him because I just wanted our relationship to work. Like, why can't we just have this beautiful thing that we had in the beginning? Honestly, like, that was it. So I never really thought about revenge, or I'm gonna get back at him, or I'm gonna do this to him. It wasn't that. It was more, what did I do? Like, because in the beginning, he made me feel like I was the best thing since sliced bread. Like, I was gorgeous, I was beautiful, I was smart, I was funny. I was just all of these things that, believe me, I do believe now that I am. But he was telling me this, and I'm just like, okay, he feels this way about me. He loves me, just all of these things. I just didn't think that someone could be so cruel. And when I say cruel, um, there was an instance where I lost time, so I don't know how I was knocked unconscious, but he later told me that he picked me up, slammed me to the ground. I hit my head on the ground and was knocked unconscious. And I woke up to him over me, having me by the shoulders. And he was just shaking me, and calling my name. And when I came to, I just remember looking at him, and he just rolled his eyes like I annoyed him. And I take it that it was because probably I scared him, because he probably thought he'd kill me. And once he realized I woke up, he just dropped me to the ground. And I was sobbing. I just remember it was this deep cry when I like came to, because I don't know, in my head I was just like, what just happened? And I started crying, but it was a deep cry, not just some tears, type crying. And he dropped me to the floor. Like, I was on the floor. He had me propped up. He let me go so that I fell back down, and he just stepped over me. And when I look back, I always think about how I felt like he just stepped over me like a piece of trash. Because it was just like nothing. Like, he didn't help me get up. There was no more, are you okay? Just literally stepped over me. There were times when I was physically um, put out of a residence physically. And there was a time when I was beat with a belt. Um, so there were some definite physical, um, there was physical abuse that went on, but there were other definitely mental things too. A lot of mind games, triangulation, manipulation, all of those things. Um, and the whole time, I think I just really wanted to get back to what we had in the beginning because it was so beautiful. And so it was like, if we had it one time, we can have it again. And so I just wanted to get back to that. And I just kept trying to get back to that. And then I just realized it wasn't going to happen. And this person did not love me. I didn't realize at the time when I got out of that situation that I did not love myself, but I knew that he didn't love me. And once I was out of the relationship is when I realized what really was going on and what I really was experiencing, and that it was abuse. After I got out of the relationship, when I was in the relationship, I really didn't look at it as abuse. And I know that sounds crazy because I just described physical abuse. Of course, I know sometimes people say, well, the mental abuse I really didn't see. But no, I was experiencing both. But I just really didn't look at myself as just this, I don't know, abused woman. Like, I'm not an abused woman. Like, we get into it and he gets the way he gets. And that was always a big thing. That's just how he is. Even when it comes to others around him, well, that's how he is. You know how he is when it came to different things he would do. I'm not saying people knew about the physical part per se, but I will say when it came to some of the things he was doing, that's just how he is. And so that always covered up a lot of his stuff. It's just excused saying that that's how he is. But I think once I was out of it, I really realized I came across a video that really had me like, it made me dig deeper and find out more. Then I was able to truly understand what I was experiencing, and then just truly forgive myself first for it, because I did a lot of beating myself up about it. I was embarrassed. I beat myself up a lot about it. So being able to forgive myself for allowing myself to be in that situation. And then I learned to forgive him because he can't help who he is. He is who he is. And I'm not excusing what he did by any means. And that doesn't mean I forget or I forgot all of the things I experienced with him. But when I tell you, I've had to let it go because it was the only way for me to truly move on. It was the only way for me to truly get on the journey that I'm on now. And like the journey that I'm on now is, I can't even really put words to it to describe. When God allows you to walk in your purpose and you're able to get on it and you're not scared to get on it, and you get on it and you walk it, the joy I have, the love I have for myself goes unmatched. So once I was able to do that, I was able to really start to live. I couldn't live until I really forgave myself and him and let it go. So I let it go. And now, as I'm just walking on this journey, I am so thankful to God for allowing me to be able to share my story. There were a lot of times I felt muted. I just felt like my opinions didn't matter, because you don't get to have an opinion. So my opinions didn't matter. How I felt didn't matter. I didn't know anything, if you ask him. So being able to speak it, share it, gives me a release. And I needed to do that. I needed to, share it so that I could have a voice again, to find my voice. And then honestly, I'm just hoping if it helps one person, I'm not looking for a million or what have you. If it helps one person, then that was it. It's not about trying to get a bunch of views or anything like that. I'm just hoping, just like I came across a video that changed my life, I'm hoping that this video will come across someone, their computer, their phone, and it changes their life. Thank you for listening.